It's so crazy. Can y'all hear me? It should go away once I start talking. All right, can y'all hear me? Hello. All right. I know that people had some questions, so I'm going to try to answer them as easily as I can. Okay. I know. First, I am pleading with whoever is making reports to DCF to contact me before you do. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. Okay. I understand that people are mandated reporters. All right. I understand that most times y'all are just doing your jobs. But somebody is calling in exaggerated claims. I don't know who, but you're affecting it. I hope you understand that there is no need for this situation to be exaggerated. All right. It is bad enough. All right. It is bad enough. We don't need that. Right. I know that a lot of people have some questions, right? And I'm just going to let you know that I'm not going to disclose much. I'm not going to do it. What I am going to say is Mickey Mouse fan. I appreciate you, Danny. Hit it right. Hit the nail on the head when she said, why did she make the comment about the drug tests coming back normal? And that's all I'm going to say, because she made that comment for a reason. Okay. I think it's sad that, Lori boasts about a sister relationship, but is actively tearing one apart. All right. That's sad. That's sad. And I know that she was live after said hearing and said that everything went well. Did it? Do you think it goes well if that child has missed 19 days of school since being back in your care? Do you think that's well? You think that that is a good thing on a trial run? Wild. It's not going well. And Lori, you should be ashamed of yourself for the lengths that you are going to because you're driving a wedge. You sure are. And I want you to know that you have not one but two court dates coming up, and I think it is in your best interest to do 100 or 180. I do, because if you don't, you are going to wind up in the same situation. I have shifted my focus, and at this point, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure that your kids are safe from you. All right? You learned nothing. When they were removed from your house for 11 months, you learned nothing. You learned nothing. Never mind the fact that the one that has the most trouble being under your roof, you try to make her as uncomfortable as you possibly can, and it's fucking gross. It's gross. You should be ashamed of yourself. Lori thought that she was going to get into and get a no contact with Andy because I don't know why, she thinks that it's Andy. We're working on it, Kennel. We're working on it. Exactly. Just give me a second. I know I brought up the inhaler. Lori, you still didn't do it, even after I said it? You know that I have a choice with what I say publicly and what I hold back, right? There's a reason I said that publicly. And your dumbass wasn't even smart enough to go and get the fucking inhaler? Somebody else had to do it for you? I do not think you understand what is happening here. And I told you that last time. I feel like I'm just fucking astounded that you know that you are being monitored and you are continuing to act the way that you are. And it blows my fucking mind. It blows my mind that instead of forcing your kids to go, I thought education was so important, right? Education is beautiful. Get your kids some. 19 days, Lori. There's no excuse there. None. Never mind the suspensions and the other shit going on. Disgusting. Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. But at this point, I am going to make sure that kid has a way out. I want you to know that. I spent my morning talking to everybody from guardian ad litems to registered foster parents that could go in and get her if, God forbid, she gets sent to a fucking group home. Do you know what that would do to her? The fuck is wrong with you? You don't give a fuck? You just don't care. It's the craziest shit that I have ever seen. Financial people, estate planners. What is wrong with you? There is no way that a stranger should be trying to make these things happen while the mother just shits on her. The fuck is wrong with you? It is gross. It is gross to me. You also think it's all coming from Andy. It's not. It's not. Yes. To the person that just texted me that. It's not. Sorry, y'all. My notifications are going insane. Like, doesn't that bother you? I would be so hurt if other people were more worried about the mental health and well-being of one of my children before I worried about it. Like, that, you don't see a problem there? I'm also here to tell you, which I do believe I also mentioned in that same live, it's therapy every week, not when you fucking feel like it, Lori. It's necessary for them to deal with the trauma that you have created their entire fucking lives. Once in the last 3 months is not enough. It's not enough. Yeah, you could find the time to get on this here fucking internet, point the finger at everybody else, tell the same stories 3 times a day. Shut the fuck up. I don't think that you understand the weight of what you're doing. You know how you talk about your mom, how you were so close. You know that they're going to turn 18 and fucking run from you? Do you know that? I just don't get it. I am like mind blown that is not what's important to you. Because it blows my mind, right? I said the same thing with fucking Victoria. How the fuck do you lose your kids for any amount of time and then not try desperately to get all that back? You don't get that back. You don't get a fucking redo. You don't care. You don't care. You are much more comfortable sitting on a fucking live stream with 5 people in it, not a single fucking person talking, and you talking to yourself. Blows my mind. It's not, Ashley. It's not. Because I promise you, normal mothers would be tripping over yourself to try to put those pieces back together, but not you. Not you. Blows my mind. It blows my mind. And you don't see it. That fucking IOP program that you're going to, it's not helping you. You need something more therapeutic. You need severe therapy, because I don't think, maybe you're avoiding the truth of what you've done to them because it would fucking shatter you, but you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. I understand that people feel like DCF is failing, but they're on it. I promise you that they're very well aware of every piece of this, okay? The false reports, the exaggerated claims are causing a problem. You are giving her an out. We don't need it exaggerated. I'm never going to tell a mandated reporter not to do their job and report. I'm never going to do that. What I am asking is that if you are a mandated reporter, please email me, because I have a pretty good handle on what's reported and what's not from the people that are involved. So, but the exaggerated claims are causing a problem. And unfortunately, you piece of shit, she's taking it out on somebody else. B. Gross, from what I understand, there was a conversation held yesterday, and they said that they're getting tired of giving warnings. Meaning, I'm sure that they mentioned it before the 19 absences. I don't even think that, like, when my kids were in school, they had 19 absences the whole year. We're talking about your trial run. And so, because I would never tell somebody, hey, I know you're a mandated reporter, but don't do that. I'm never going to say that, because I understand that that's you ignoring what you have to do. And I would never risk somebody's livelihood like that. But what I am asking is just ask me if it was reported, because there are specific people that are in contact. They have relationships with these people at DCF. So when the exaggerated claims come through, it causes some issues, because what it does is it gives Lori a chance to say, see, I told you they're lying. You understand? And the people that are involved with the reporting, okay, they're thorough. I promise. If it was something that I needed help with, I would ask publicly for that help. If it was something that I couldn't get, that I didn't think, sorry, if it was something that I didn't think that there was a good handle on from multiple different ways, I would ask publicly for all mandated reporters to contact me so that we could then coordinate together. But as it sits right now, there is a group chat I created this morning with 5 or 6 people that have been involved, and that way we can all be in one place, because I thought for sure a removal was coming. I thought today was that day. There are court dates. Right, Lori? But I thought everything went so well. Everything went good. Why would there be another court date? Just asking. You know? What do I know? I'm sorry. I've been ignoring the comments because I don't know. Just tired. I can't. I try to give y'all as much as I can, so that, because I know that people are frustrated, and I understand that with that frustration, right, may come excessive reporting. I assure you that the people, we have from A to Z, all different professions are involved here. This morning I was talking to a forensic accountant about the legalities of a trust fund and how to do this, because I don't think that Lori understands how counterproductive this is for the one that needs the help. And the fact that she hopefully she is now understanding that on April 8th, you better have some changes in circumstances. No, that didn't happen. I think that she lies a lot to the public, Yeah, this is not a win. If a win would have been closing of the case, and that did not happen. There was continuances. I think that she thought, I don't know if this is what she thought, so let me back up a second, Tracy. I don't know if that's what she thought was going to happen, or if she was just lying to say it publicly. We know she does that. But we know that that's what she does. So I don't know what her motive was, but I know it didn't happen. I know that. And the fact that she wants to cut that line of communication blows my mind. That's where she feels safe. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I want my kids to have contact with whoever they feel safe with, as long as it's a safe person. Wendy, I'm just going to be honest. I think that it is a problem. I understand that they're overworked. I understand that. I don't know. I'd have to get clarification on that. I think it might be outside of suspensions. I agree. And I think that it's done on purpose to isolate one. I appreciate you, zero regrets. And cause, I think that Lori is very jealous of them, first and foremost. And we all know there's favoritism. We all know that there's favoritism there, right? And I do think that she was, no, I don't. Witch of LaRue. I don't, hold on. Let me back up because I don't want people to think that, you know. No, don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. I am working on some things that um I'm hoping we could do things the right way, if that makes sense. So I don't think that that's a good idea. Sounds to me like the test was done. Finally, she didn't learn about the metabolites. I take it. What I will say that there was a reason why she made that comment about the drug tests, and I'm just not going to disclose what it was. I know it's so sad. It really is, right, and zero, and then to purposely drive a wedge between them is just so sad to me. You know, and it really does. It hurts my heart for them, and it really I do think that um I appreciate you. um I'm trying to figure out how I could say it. There is there's a clear difference between the way that they're treated, right? And now one of them is scared to even talk to people because the conversations that she has with people are being twisted and lied to Lori, if that makes sense. If you read between what I'm saying. And I think that that's really fucking shitty because she can't even trust that, you know? I know. It's really terrible, Mongoose. Um, it's really sad. It's sad that you shouldn't want to do that, right? Me, where I have y'all. I've been dealing with multiple um hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know. Hold on. I can't. Becca, you here? Hold on. I'm sorry. Just give me 1 second, please. I'll drop this here. I understand, and I understand that in this community, um, there are people that come from trauma in multiple different places, and unfortunately, I see so many comments of people um, that say, you know, that's how my mother was, and it really hurts my heart that um, that anybody has to feel that, you know, and I just it doesn't make sense to my brain, that she doesn't have any intentions on getting better, right? And it's been proven by the fact that they were removed. And she quite literally has done nothing to try to better the situation. And it's unfortunate, right? Um, yeah, please, I will get somebody to handle him. All right. What I do know, I know that I have several people that are involved in it, being an attorney or work for an attorney. If you are an attorney and have experience with these types of situations, I do need you to email me. I know, Bucks. When I tell you that this morning, today's been a shit show from start to end, right? Like, from legitimately the minute I opened well, I shouldn't say that. I was dealing with something else that somebody asked me to dig into. Then I got this going on, and I got Johnny blowing me up. So I've legitimately been, when they went into the hearing, I was all over the place trying to get as much information from people in these fields as I can. That way, like, if we needed to do something, then we were ready for it. So everything else had to be put to the side. And then I know that people had some questions, and I understand that it's something that we've been invested in, right? I understand that. All right. I just want people to, I agree, Cookie, listen, I agree. Viola, yes. Yes. But let me see how I could word this. It is being kind of blamed on the other parent. Does that make sense? Listen, I can't. Reading what she said, it really, it broke my heart, and it makes me sad because I know that I could do it, if that makes sense. I know that I have the ability to fundraise for her to emancipate and get it done. I think it could be done, right? And even if it was being done just for the emancipation itself, and not to continue supporting her, but so that she could become legal and go where she wanted to go. It's I don't think that things are gonna, I'm sorry. I don't know that things are gonna go any different on the 8th or the 4th, to be honest. I think that if she continues doing what she's doing, that it is only a matter of time. You know? Mm-mm. Well, so as long as she, hi, Lily Grace, as long as she is dependent, she won't. Liz, that's another thing. and it's things that are being worked on by professionals. This is not my area of expertise. I just happen to have the network where I can put people in contact, and then we could make a plan, you know. It really, it makes me really sad for her, and I think that um just like seeing her own words, and it really, it hurts my heart for her, because I do think that um anything is better for where she than where she is. Well, let me back up. um One of my biggest concerns is that, um let's just say that they take her out of that placement group home. Like, it just makes me sad. um yeah, Mongoose and does. Bucks, if you could email me, I can elaborate some more. um I just want to respect, Rose, it's so sad. It really makes me sad, because when your uh, voice has been twisted and manipulated and used against you, and all of these things, like, it makes it like, what am I bothering for? Right? And that just makes me sad. And I think that a normal mother would be conscious of the fact, all of these things, right? And put her into therapy, right? Like, therapy should be the first thing, not the second, the third, the fourth. It should be a fucking priority. If you can't get one of those people to drive you, you take a fucking bus and you get her there. And I feel like it's sad, you know? It really does break my heart for her. It makes me, right, Kendall, and that's, it just makes me sad. I know, higher ups, right? She has, I don't know that I've ever seen somebody so, Lily, I'll text you when I end. Um, but I did. I created a group chat with several people that have been involved from the beginning, and some people that have experience with um, foster and that type of stuff, as well as spoke to a guardian ad litem to see exactly Pat's span, and it truly, like, it just makes me sad, because, like, I know that when I was a kid, right, and like, things would go wrong, I felt like, even though, like, my whole world was falling apart, I still had my mom. It is abuse. It is 100% abuse. But the only thing that we can do is be prepared for it. I know, it's so gross, dude. It really makes me, sad for them. I agree, and that's what I'm afraid of, baby blue eyes. I'm just gonna be honest. Um, that's what I'm afraid of, and then it's her fault, right? It's not Lori's fault for doing any of the things, right? Uh, it's just, it makes me, it really bothers me, you know. I've been debating doing. I was thinking about this a few days ago. Sorry, the governor letter, like I did for Gabby and C. But I don't think that it's DCF that is. Yesterday, somebody in contact with DCF said that they're getting really fucking tired of the warnings falling on deaf ears. So I do think that DCF is starting to do something. Do you understand? I know it blows my mind. It blows my mind. I don't know that it's a slap on the wrist because they did set 2 court dates, and I could have sworn, like when I got the call this morning, I could have I really, like, I was like, oh, that they're fucked. Like, I went to the people I needed to go to and then put everybody together. So I don't think that they're ignoring it. I think that the exaggerated claims, I did ask what they were. I don't have an answer yet. But I did ask. And the only thing that I ask is that, right, but the TikTok people aren't making her kids not go to school. TikTok people are not taking the phone chargers, right? One kid's phone charger. Yeah, we're not doing that. All right. We're not doing that. We are not affecting the UAs being taken in that house, right? That's not TikTok people. This is a problem within that fucking box. She's been live, I think. She's been live. So I do think that there are some changes that need to be made. I still don't think it's going to go well. I think that this just bought some time. You know, if that makes sense. She does. She does. Right. And I just don't. Well, we thought about that, but it was taken care of. Right. And like, I don't know about y'all, but my kids got home from school at like 3 o'clock, right? Maybe they had, some after school thing, but like, you're going to sleep at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Who's feeding them dinner? Like, do you not tuck your kids in at night? Because I did that until they were grown. So like, but you're asleep during that time. They can, I know, and but be gross. That feels like an eternity to her, and I don't blame her. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. I really don't. And I agree, Alden. I think that there needs to be, because obviously DCF oversight is not enough. It's not. I'm just being honest. Because even with the DCF oversight, there's still failed drug tests. There's still truancy. There is still, it really makes me sad. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not keeping up with it. Right. And I understand that. I understand that. I think that I hope, let me back up a second. I hope that it's DCF is making some stern. Yeah, she's not telling the truth. And it's a thing. I know, same, AJ. My kids are 22 and 21 every night. I don't understand it. And I don't know if it's a thing, like if her mom was this way, so therefore she just thinks it's normal. I don't know. But if you think about it, everybody tells her the same shit, right? So like, I don't know about y'all, but like if everybody I knew or had contact with was telling me the same shit, it's probably something that I would sit and take a look at. And she just doesn't do it. She doesn't do it. Hi, Lady Ty. And I don't know if that's why she doesn't do it, but yeah, God forbid, right? I know. I texted my daughter the other day, and I'm like, I'm here to take my accountability for abusing you. And she was like, girl, what? So I don't know where that came from. It's super weird. Hi, Jean. Hi, Crazy Chris. I know. That's how I feel, JC, right? Like, that's just my opinion. About to be, yes, almost. Um, when I know more, right? Because it's also this situation I don't want to overstep with, right? And well, what I will say is she is aware that if that's what she wants, it'll get done. And that's all I could do is talk to people and try to figure out the legalities of getting it done. And I've done that. I also, it's so sad. Right. And I don't know. I do. And I all were you. It wasn't just Lori, and it wasn't just one. It was all three. Right. Same, two of a kind. Well, I used to use Life 360, but now it's just like iPhone notifications, So I could see where they're at all times. And they're grown, right? And it really, I do agree, Sabo. And I just don't understand. Um, I think that what I will say is I do think that although DCF has really fucking annoyed with the exaggerated calls, I do think that they understand. Um, Let me try to figure a way to word this. I do think that they understand that there are people involved that are doing it the right way and for the right reasons, and then there are people involved that are not. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? Like, listen, I can't control people on the internet. Lord, I wish I could, but I can't. Therefore, when there are people just trying to make a mess, I can't. And I do understand, and I do think that DCF understands that there are a lot of mandated reporters around. So they're just reporting, not knowing that these people over here already took care of it, if that makes sense. So I don't think that for the most part that people are doing it maliciously, if that makes sense. But what I do know is that DCF is starting to be able to distinguish between the two. And if we can slow this down over here, right, and just get this group over here, that it might be more productive. 7 kids, holy shit, I think I'd rather set myself on fire. Because, Lord, I don't know, Rose. I can find out, but I don't. I keep forgetting to ask if that. Oh yeah, I listen, y'all. There were people that I spoke to today, and I thought for sure they were being removed today. It's sad, but and I know I know that that's a thing. Cheryl, that's exactly where I'm working on next. Actually, I don't I don't think she is lying. I think that she's making one person a scapegoat. Catch me? I don't think that she's lying. I think that she's jealous that somebody has a good relationship with somebody else, and I think that she is trying to bust that up as much as she can without uh, without having a stand-in to help. Does that make sense? Right? Sugar, I think that that has come and gone. And I have reasons why I believe that. And I can't give too much away. I can't elaborate without putting something on the internet that I prefer to not put on the internet. Right. Alton, it blows my mind. Yeah, I just have to do some editing when I'm done. Um, oh, Rivergal, 100%. Also, Koopa 67 was the ad. If you watch this, can you please email me? Um, because I don't have access to that phone number, and I need to talk to you. I do think she changed her name. And I don't know what that new name is. Hi, Sue. Be gross, and I think that it's the same. Hi, Lumpy. Did they come to me? What do you mean? Does who come to me? Oh my goodness. Sugar, I think that that's being done. If you follow me. Well, I think that she's already done that, two of a kind. I think. I'm not sure. I wouldn't listen, Katie. Let's just say that Lori was the mother of like one of my kids' friends. My kids would not be there. Mm-mm. Nope. That would not be a thing. There is absolutely no way that I know, no, I know, and I don't know if he's in here. I could get to him privately, but I'm asking everybody to ease back a bit. And I understand that he's really frustrated. I get that. I understand why he's so frustrated, but I I think that that is counterproductive. I do. I know and that's what sugar and spice. That's what keeps me coming back to the fact of wondering how her mom was as a mom. I know 100. Well, one of their friends, lions. One of their friends, not the other one. And it really breaks my heart. Alberta, the DCF wouldn't let him leave with her, like leave the state. You understand? Um, that's why if we can emancipate her, she could then choose to go on her own, and that's something that is being kicked around, if you will. Right. I mean, listen, it really hurts. It hurts my heart that one of them is just in a situation where she just doesn't know who to trust. And Lori plays on that, if you will, and it's gross. It's really fucking gross. Jojo, they just continued it. I know he did, baby blue eyes. I know he did, and I know, and I'm sure that he is not happy with it either, especially since he's privy to the facts, because that's who she feels safe with, right? And everybody can have their opinions all day, and justified or not justified. The truth of the fact remains that's who she feels safe with, and I think that that is the most important thing for her right now, and I think that that's why Lori is trying to take it away, right? Because you got all this stuff going on, right? And that is being told in confidence to him, and Lori doesn't like that. Lori doesn't like that um that he is finding out what's going on inside that box, right? And she is doing everything 100%. 100%. I agree with that. Um, and no matter how we may feel about it, right? That's who she is comfortable with. And as a 17-year-old girl with Lori as her mother, I would imagine that there aren't many people that she's comfortable with. And if Lori is not taking her to therapy, what else does she have? Right. And right, Alton. And that's it's really sad. It really is sad. And then you want to be the only person that they rely on, but they can't fucking rely on you. I I don't understand it. Right. It really makes me sad. Right. And I wish that we could. Yep. Yeah, I got it. Hold on a second. Let me do this so that this is. I'm sorry. You're right. Be gross. You're right. That's all it is. And it's sad. It really does make me like, it's almost like she has no control over any other aspect of her life. So she exercises control over here, right? Even though it is not healthy and is probably causing more internal struggle. And you understand, she doesn't give a fuck. She doesn't care. And I agree. I agree. Well, see, Anita, but here's the problem. When there is a case plan that you're supposed to be following, right? And that includes therapy weekly, not once and then, oh, well, I did it. No, no. So unfortunately, I don't know, Christy. One is for, the closest one is for like DCF, the CASA and those people. And then the subsequent one is for everybody. I agree, Ziggy. Well, I think the asthma inhaler should have been that. And here's the thing, right? Um, if if I'm saying something publicly, right, I'm saying it for a reason. If I got up on here and I said, you better make sure you get that kid insurance and an inhaler, right? I'm saying publicly what I want said publicly, because there's a shit ton more I could get up here in verbal diarrhea. I don't do that because I'm trying to protect them, not you. Not you. So why would you have not gotten that done? Why would somebody else have to get that done? I'm sorry, y'all. Let me get to this. I don't know that a 50-50 would help. A 50-50 is not going to help anybody that thinks that they can't recognize what the issue is. Right? I'm sorry. I'm dealing it. Yeah, it's sad, y'all. It's sad, but I don't. I know that exaggerated claims aren't helping. You know, and just so that we're here. Yes, they do, Rose, and I'm working on it. Anybody here that had a mother like that, I really feel sorry for y'all. I think that like our moms are supposed to be, I don't know. And I think that that type of betrayal is so deep, right? It's the one person that you should be able to rely on. And unfortunately, some people, maybe that's what it is. Maybe some people are just not supposed to be parents. I'm sorry, I'm trying. Right. Same, Anita. Same. Yeah. It is. It really, they should, but it really hurts my heart. And I hope that things change, but I don't have much hope in her, faith in her, if you will. Um, but I do think I just want, see, Tanya, and that's the thing, right? It's a casa, and I'm working on it. Um, when you have a parent like that, you either go one way or you go the other way, right? And from the people that I know of, right, I know people that had a mom like that and decided not to have children because they were afraid to perpetuate that. And then I have people that were raised like that and did everything the opposite way and tried to break that cycle. Lori isn't strong enough to do that. Amen. Amen, Dr. Satan. I don't want to say that. I want to have faith that with the proper interventions that there can be changes. I really, if you were around back then, I stood firm on there needing to be a no contact order between Lori and the kids when they were separated, because Lori still heavily manipulated one of them, and it was having some kickback reaction and effect, if you will, on the entire situation. And it's like a trauma bond. It's the same type of fucking thing where you have to have some no contact, hopefully to give them a chance to grow, mature, see things for what they are. You understand? And that was never done. It's sad. It is sad. Right. Same, Lily. Same. But if you are doing the same fucking things, or if you're too busy sleeping or being on live streams at 3 a.m. to make them go to school, like it's a hurt. It's a problem within the thing. And I understand that DCF is so overwhelmed, y'all. So overwhelmed. And I understand that. Things fall through the cracks all the time. I get that. But at some point, there has to be a realization, right? And I come back to this a lot, actually, because if DCF in Florida had done what they needed to do appropriately, they would probably be completely different kids. And that's fucking terrible. Terrible. I agree, Wendy. And that's sad. Like it really makes me sad to know that she doesn't do what is required to put the work in order to give them the tools to succeed. And what crushes my soul is that one of them does want to succeed, and they're stuck in this toxic sludge where it's being limited to get where they want to go. I agree, Kitty. I agree. I mean, Tracy, that's how I would be. Like, and that, but I think that just proves there is. I think that just proves the lack of self-awareness, because there's no way that anybody with half a brain could look at this and be like, you understand? And she doesn't see it. She doesn't see it. She is more than comfortable. And right, exactly, Alden. And it really hurts my heart. It really does. Recap is, I agree, butterflies and camo. The recap is that although Lori is saying that everything went well today, it in fact did not, and she has a couple of court dates. That's the recap. I get that, Zero, but I think that, how can I feel like the system is so drained, right? I feel like caseworkers are overworked and underpaid. I do, and I get that. But I think that she doesn't care. She doesn't care. And there are people that are making exaggerated claims to DCF, and that doesn't help us. I choosing to believe that it is not people. April 8th is for just the lawyers and DCF. And then in May, it's everybody back again. I know. It really makes me sad. It really does, because it's unnecessary too. Like it is unnecessary trauma. There's no reason why, if you were charged with educational neglect, your kid should have 19 absences. That should never happen. Right? Like, and that just proves that she didn't learn anything. And it blows my mind. She didn't get one of them back. She didn't win them back. It was a default, right? Because Andy was leaving, she it was just like by default. That's where she went. Yeah, it's really sad. Oh, that might be another one actually too. If you are a caseworker in and have familiarity with DCF, also send me an email. Right, but Mongoose, this is not like, it is not a win to have DCF in your life continuing to give you they give you a roadmap, right? Like they legitimately give you everything that you have to do, and you quite literally sit in their face like, and then when they give a little bit of a they put their foot down, you cry about the internet being at fault. It blows my mind. I understand, sugar, and even though I don't get it, you understand? Like, even though I'm like, because that shit would have never happened with me, ever. Right, but she's doing it on purpose, Anita. You understand? And I do think that they're aware of that. You understand? It's sad. It really, no, I don't think that at all. Um, I don't think that at all. One of the people that are in contact with DCF spoke to them yesterday, and they said that they were fucking tired of it. Let me rephrase, okay? They're tired of giving Lori chances and warnings, and she doesn't adhere to those chances and warnings. No, no, no. Different person. Mm-hmm. Right, but be gross. I understand that mandated reporters have to report. I understand that, and I would never listen. Guess what? If I was being a piece of shit mother, yeah, do it. But that's not the case. How do you know I don't have permission to do what I'm doing? I'm just asking. Do you? Don't block them. Leave it. How do you know? How do you know who I talk to? Do you? No. It must really suck for like people that think they know everything, right? And you guys know nothing at all. With as much as I hold back, do you think that I would be talking about it? Why wouldn't I just drop everything I knew if that were the case? Oh, they're watching. They're watching. They're watching. Oh, be gross. My bad. I, do you know? Did you have no idea, huh? No idea. It's so crazy. Crazy. Blows my mind. They are overwhelmed, Indigo. You're right. You're right. And that's why the excessive or aggravated claims, they have to stop. There are very credible people that are involved, and they take care of it. They take care of it. Oh no, I know, Indy. It's across the board. It is across the board, and I do believe that the internet does have a lot to do with it, and that's because they're like in this. I'm going to talk about in this situation. All right, we have people that are involved, right, and then we have people that are watching and reporting. So every report that they see 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So I get it. Of course it does. I don't believe that either. Oh no, don't tell me that. I really think you're not wrong, Jonna. You're not wrong. And I wish that I could say that I don't agree. But I do. I think that there are always going to be trolls on the internet. I know. I got it. I'm sorry. I kind of got confused. Stop, Kick Rocks. Are you safe? Has she been in the lockbox? I didn't specifically ask about that, to be honest. Um, yeah, it's so embarrassing. Yeah. Hi. And I think that you get people that come in here and say that shit, right? I promise you, there's a shit ton that I could put on this here internet and break this bitch with multiple people's kids and what I know about them. That's not what I'm here for. But if you are going to put your shitty parenting on the internet, and I happen to speak to people that are involved personally in real life, right? And they ask me to help, I'm gonna fucking do it. And a troll on the internet ain't gonna make me stop it either. Sorry. Some of y'all should be doing it. It's embarrassing. I'd rather be me than any single one of y'all and take the stance that I take on it than the stance that any of y'all take. I should, Eldon. It's always the weird fucks that have no idea what they're talking. You have no idea what you're talking. You don't know who fucking invited me into this situation, do you? I bet you don't. You don't know who I talk to and who asks me to do certain things, do you? Mm-mm. You don't. I could have gotten on here and spewed everything that I know, but I do believe that those children deserve privacy, despite what that piece of shit mother does. Right, crazy. John, it's sad. It really makes me sad. Right, I know. It's always me. What I do, Fanny? And I understand that, sugar. I really do, and I hope that people aren't taking what I'm saying the wrong way. I understand that a lot of people. What up, Dorland? I appreciate you. I understand that there are so many mandated reporters around. I understand that, and I don't tell y'all don't do your job. I'm never gonna say that. Um, But if I also thought that this was a situation that people that wasn't under control, if you would, I might I might do things differently, right? But there's a reason why I move the way I do in certain situations. There's a reason. If there is something that I am getting on this internet and saying, there's a reason for it. I don't just sit here and talk to talk. I don't do that. I don't sit on 5-hour live streams just talking shit constantly. If I'm saying it, I have a reason why I'm saying it. I know, it's sad. It makes me sad. I don't really even care, to be honest. That's like, it's almost sad. I can't even tell you the last time I watched one of these people's videos or lives. I got more important things to do. I don't know, like, if y'all don't, I'm sorry. Go find some place to be important. Yeah, because I do what I can, right? And obviously there's let's just say today I appreciate you, Tracy. uh I woke up, I had a scheduled call that I was supposed to be taking for a week regarding a mutual whose nephew got hit by a car and died, and the police botched the entire investigation. Okay. I spoke to her for a little while. She sent me the Dropbox of the body cam footage and all the reports and stuff, right? That's what I was supposed to be doing today. But then I got the text message from over there, and I was trying to put those pieces together. And then in between, I got a little bit of Johnny. So, like, I've been nonstop all day. I love Mickey Mouse fan, and I appreciate y'all. I wish that she would give me pride. I really do. Oh, I got an update of Leia, and she was so cute. She looked so happy sitting. I didn't ask if I could share it, but she looks like such a happy dog. So I'm super glad. Yeah, listen, Finn has been going crazy. What's up with Johnny? I had like he's not. my priority right now, it makes me sad. Wait, I'm not going to chase somebody around. And this is what I kind of said. Yeah, she is spicy. No, he hasn't. I said this yesterday, right? I have 10 Johnnies that are in my email asking me for help with one thing or the other. I said that I would buy the ticket, and I would, but he has to leave first. I'm not just spending that money on a bus ticket for him to not get on that bus. Also, I also don't know. I personally, I mean, he's a grown man. All right. And just for me, this is my thing. I'm not going to put him on a bus for him to have nowhere to go. I really believe that he should go to treatment. And that's being met with some resistance. I am not going to make any moves until he leaves. I never would give him cash, even though I have a more than an inclination that there's use there. I still wouldn't do that. And the problem that I'm having is this, right? Let's just say I don't help him leave and he stays there and something bad happens. I'm going to internalize that. You understand? However, I can't force him to leave. When he leaves, I will buy a ticket. Yo, my phone is going insane. I will buy a ticket. That's all I got. I know he did, and the only thing that I could say is I hope that people that are familiar with me would not. Oh no, I hope you're all right. Two of a kind. Hi, Black Hearted. Would understand that cash is not a thing. It's not a thing. I do know that he has gone to other people asking for cash. The answer is no. Don't. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. No, you're fine. Right. And well, so Sugar Spice, I know that we say that, but it's really not that easy. The night that this first pops off, I was trying. The buses out of Albany are fucking terrible. I will give you that. But I'm sorry. Every time I got 2 notifications from my phone in my the buses out of Albany are terrible. I'm not making excuses. I'm being honest. Sugar and Spice, there was a change there, and it seems that now that there is some type of get help requirement that is being declined. I should check my text now because I haven't. And that's kind of where I am as well. But they were so bad, Tracy. Like legit. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Legitimately, it was like leaving Albany at 8:30, then going to Atlanta, from Atlanta to Indiana, from Indiana to Pittsburgh, and it was 27 hours. 27 hours. I did. His brother, he does have another one. Be gross. He has another brother. However, I agree. Sugar and Spice, I agree. And I believe I get it. I get it. And that's why, when I talked to him the other night, when this first popped off, right? I told him, if I buy this ticket, and you don't get on that bus, I am dead to you. Do not contact me through anybody else. All right. I just don't want to hear it, because the bus ticket to Pittsburgh is like $250. I've tried, be gross. But here's the thing. I'm not going to put him on anything without him having a place to go. I'm not going to, hi Luna, I'm not going to put him or send him anywhere for him to be homeless. I'm not going to do that. You have to have a destination. When you have a destination, contact me and I will get you to that destination. You understand? So Sugar, there was okay, hold on. There was a recording that was given and it was sad. Hold on, I'm going to show you, Leia. And it was accidental. Maybe he knew that, but I don't think Kelly knew. Don't mind the cat in the litter box behind me. I don't think that Kelly knew that he was on the call, and it was recorded. So there's that. But I do think that hopefully most people would know not to give cash, right? I do know I've gotten more and more screenshots of him hitting people up, asking for cash, and the answer is going to be no. Look at her. Oh, let me throw it in Dropbox and I'll share it that way. Right, Sugar, and that's why I won't help until he's out. Like, you leave, and then I will make sure that you understand. And I'm not chasing him around. I'm not doing that when I have legitimately a million other things to be taken care of from, like, not grown men, Hold on, let me do this. Hi, Kiwi girl. Hold on. She's so cute. Her owner, she travels on the RV, in an RV, like they just on the road, and she loves it. But hold on, let me get this up for y'all. She loves it, and although Lori said that she did not go with cats, well, she lives with a cat. Shock face. Hold on, y'all. Look at her. Look at how cute she is. She does have a very good life, y'all. She really does. And although, yes, Leia is a roadie. Yes, facts. She is. She loves it. Tara, I did touch grass. What'd you do today? Tell me. Did you follow me around all day? I want to know what you did today other than fucking stalk me. Crazy embarrassing. Yes, she is so cute. And you see, I never noticed her markings, right? Like, I never noticed. I wonder if I can make it bigger. Hold on. Let me go back. Yes, she's a roadie. And I get updates of her rather frequently. But I just, I don't share because the person wants privacy, right? And that's, well, that's because you don't have a platform or purpose, Tara. Maybe find one. All right? Then we could talk. Until then, you're embarrassing yourself. Me too, Luna. I like animals more than anything else. Come here, Finny. I know. I'm such a loser. I have 2 degrees, 2 successful platforms, 2 successful children. What do you have? Me? I know. She has such a good life, y'all. She really does. And it makes me happy. I know. It's so embarrassing. I'm telling you. Yes, it's Leia. Yeah. But you see her markings? Like on her face? I never knew she had markings like that. No, not you, Tara. Not you. But look at her face. Hold on. I'll try to get it in again before I go. The cats are like getting mobile. They might attack me. Hold on. You see her eyes, y'all. Look at her eyes. Look at those eyes. She's so cute. Right. I never noticed but she was always being yelled at, right? And thrown somewhere else. So and she is so happy. She has eyebrows. How the fuck does Leia have better eyebrows than you, Kelly? I'm just wondering, how the fuck does that work? Yes, she is so happy. She is so happy. Oh, listen, be gross. I don't know if I told y'all that, but when she got a bath, um, when the owner first got her, when she got a bath, she was filthy. She was really dirty. I appreciate you, Dora Linda. You're good, Squishy. They could get fucked. It's not a Tara to begin with. If I had to guess, it's a Mindy. Yeah, Mindy. I think we all know why Minty uses the filter, but now I have even more proof of why she uses that filter. Anywhoosies, yes, Leia is so happy, and she has the kindest eyes. Hi, Pippi. So, it makes me happy. Yes, of course she does. Leia? Yes, Leia has a very good owner, y'all. She has a really, yes, it was Lou's dog. Um, yeah, this is her. She sent this to me. Hold on, I'll tell you. It was about um legitimately, Rhonda. This was sent to me March 14th. So I get updates from her, but I understand that the person that has her um doesn't do what I do, and they live a private life. They're not content creator or any of that. So I really don't give many updates, but she is so happy, y'all. She's a roadie. I do believe that they said that they were gonna order like the dog DNA test, but I don't know if they did it. Yeah. Yeah, look at her eyes, right? She's so sweet. Finn, you wanna come and say hi? Finny, come here. Yeah, I'm about to end anyway. Listen, baby, we need a warning when Minzy comes around because we need to get our tinfoil hats out. She is living her, I promise she's living her absolute best life. And it really makes me happy. Um, she does have like a cat that lives with her, but they don't fight, but they're not besties like mine, you know? Lori, we don't have that. We think Tara's Mindy because Mindy has way too much time on her hands and a million fucking accounts. It's kind of embarrassing, but what do I know, you know? No, yes. Listen, I know Lori likes to think that she just sits around thinking about Lori all day. Ma'am. You are a distant memory, right? Um, and the woman that took her, okay, I said, let me, make a Amazon wish list so that people could make sure that you have, because it was short notice. I appreciate you, Tara Linda. Um, I forgot what I was just. Oh, I offered. Well, I did make an Amazon wish list for her because I understood it was short notice, just for like the necessary stuff, and she declined it. She takes care of Leia perfectly fine, and she is very happy in her life. I wish that we could do the same for Pride, and I will most likely wind up doing the same for your kids, bitch. Yeah, I know. I know, y'all. And I know that she's still shaking her ears. I really don't watch Lori much because I just don't I um it makes me rage. But I don't think that Lori has enough sense to understand that that they deserve better. You know, like if you can't afford an animal appropriately, meaning if you can't afford to take the dog to the vet so that she can have her ears looked at because she's been shaking them for 2 years, you probably shouldn't have. You probably shouldn't have them, right? Yeah, she's so good. I promise you she's good now, sugar. She really is. And the best thing about it is um the owner says that she rescues her, and that's sweet. It makes It's really cute. I'm sorry. I gotta. Okay, perfect. Thank you. I'm about to end. Finny, you gonna come here and say hi? Finny, come here. Y'all, I know. I do have to. I have to. What's the word? I will private this live to take the music out. That way it's done. But just so y'all know, yeah, she has the same name. Just so y'all know, all right? Just so y'all know, I always have to do that. I have to edit that music out, and I don't have control over the editing because I just tell YouTube to do it, and they do it on that time. Yeah, she's sitting right here, but she's being her normal spicy self. I hope that everybody has a good day. Um, I know it really makes me sad, y'all, that she's like a fungus, right? Like she just infects everything around her. And it's truly sad to me. It really makes me sad. Um, I hope everybody has a good night. I will keep y'all as updated as I can. All right. Remember, I know that most people understand that there are things that I can't or won't repeat for obvious reasons. And just trust that I'm doing it for a reason, if that makes sense. All right. Fungus among us. Amen, Texas. Right, like a black mold. Just fucking ugh. It's sad, but I please keep them in your prayers. All right. Send them positive vibes. And when I am, please do not mass report or exaggerated report. If it is something that I feel like we don't have a handle on, I will 100% ask for the professionals to come to me so that we can coordinate that way. All right. So I will see y'all soon. Don't be a piece of shit today. Lori, you should be grateful I censor things publicly. Okay. Okay.